I, Michael, Prince of the Celestial Militia and Supreme Guardian of Souls, now manifest myself before you with all the magnitude of the Kingdom of Light. Feel the vibration of my presence, which cuts through the air like the flash of a blade of blue fire, bringing the sacred silence necessary for your soul to finally hear the voice from on high. Do not fear the strength that emanates from my being, for my sword is not raised against you, but in your absolute favor, to surround every atom of your existence with the invincible protection that comes from the throne of the Most High. I enter at this very moment into your spiritual field of vision, clad in armor that has never known the touch of defeat, to declare to you that you do not walk alone through the valleys of doubt, nor do you stumble without help on the plains of human weariness. I am here because your call, imbued with faith or despair, has echoed through the higher spheres, and my answer is immediate, absolute, and irrevocable. I am the breath of courage that touches your face when fear tries to paralyze your steps and freeze your will. I am the blue flame that burns in the center of your chest, reminding you of your divine lineage and the indomitable strength you carry within you, though you often forget this heritage under the crushing weight of earthly tribulations and the illusions of the material world. Look at the light that surrounds me, a brightness that does not come from any sun, but from the very essence of the Creator, and understand that this same light is being poured upon your head now, like a sacred oil that cleanses the clouds of uncertainty and dissipates the dense shadows that try to hide in the darkest corners of your mind. With the supreme authority conferred upon me by God, I establish a perimeter of absolute peace around you. Nothing less than pure love. Nothing that vibrates at the frequency of hatred, envy, or confusion can cross this circle that I now draw with the power of my angelic will. I envelop you with my wings, which are vast, impenetrable, and woven with the substance of eternity, so that you may rest for a moment and recover the breath of life that the world tried to steal from you. Feel the warmth of this celestial covering that isolates you from all evil. I invite you, in this moment of profound communion, to surrender to me all your anguish, every sigh of affliction you have kept in the deepest secret of your heart, every tear you have shed in the silence of the night. I receive them in my hands and transmute them right now in the fire of divine justice, transforming your pain into fuel for your victory. You are loved with a love that surpasses all human understanding, a love that demands no conditions but offers redemption and power. My primary mission is to ensure that this love is your unbreakable shield and your impregnable fortress against any attack. I manifest myself to you not as a mythical figure or a distant idea, but as a living, pulsating, present, and active reality in your history. I am attentive to every beat of your heart, to every thought that crosses your consciousness. Allow my solemn and authoritative voice to resonate in the depths of your being, establishing a divine order where before there was chaos and disorder. I am Michael, he who serves the absolute truth, and I am here to declare before the entire universe that light prevails over darkness, and that you, from this moment on, are under my direct command and under my eternal and tireless vigilance. May your spirit rise to the heights. May your spine rise with the dignity of a child of the King, for the presence of all God's army is manifest and active in this sacred encounter. There is no force on earth or below that can withstand what I, by divine order, have come to accomplish in your life now. Feel the weight of my hand on your shoulder, not to oppress you, but to support you when your legs falter. Hear the sound of my hosts positioned around you, thousands of angels awaiting my signal to act in your favor. This is the hour of your calling to peace, the moment when your soul recognizes its true protector. Drink from this presence, absorb this strength, and allow the holiness of this moment to penetrate to the marrow of your bones, renewing every cell, every thought, and every hope you thought lost. I am here. I am your defender. I am Michael. I, Michael, now unsheathe my sword of blue flame and sever the veil that separates the visible from the invisible, so that you may understand the nature of the battle you wage. Do not be deceived by the appearances of the material world, for your struggle is not only against flesh and blood, but against the dark powers and intelligences that whisper discouragement in your ears during your waking hours. I, the general of the angelic hosts, stand before you in this spiritual combat. I look upon the shadows that have tried to besiege your spirit and command them to retreat before the glory of the Most High that I carry in my heart. Feel the trembling of the spiritual ground beneath my feet. For where I tread, falsehood cannot stand, and wickedness is forced to reveal its own weakness. I see the fiery arrows that have been launched against your mind, the thoughts of inadequacy, the weight of unfounded guilt, and the fog of confusion that attempts to obscure your purpose. With a flick of my right hand, I intercept each of these attacks and reduce them to ashes before they can touch your essence. I, Michael, am hunting down every nefarious influence that has settled in the vicinity of your soul. If you have felt an unexplained tightness in your chest, or if your joy has been drained by presences you cannot name, know that I am acting now to purge these intruders. I command legions of warrior angels to surround your personal battlefield. We do not retreat, we do not hesitate, and we know no weariness. My voice resounds like thunder in the abyss, declaring that you are the property of the kingdom of light, and that no lord of darkness has jurisdiction over your destiny. I cut the invisible threads of spiritual manipulation that have tried to bind your movements and prevent you from prospering. The battle is real, but the outcome has already been sealed in eternity. The light is invincible. Do not let your heart falter before the magnitude of the conflict, for I, Michael, am your shield and your vanguard. I teach you now to clothe yourself with the armor of faith, to gird your loins with truth, and to shod your feet with the readiness of the gospel of peace. When you feel the cold of oppression, remember that my wings of fire are spread over you, creating a barrier of divine warmth that no attack of evil can penetrate. I am dismantling the traps set in your path, unmasking the wolves in sheep's clothing, and neutralizing the poisons that have been distilled against your good name. I am the justice that never fails, and the protection that never sleeps. Feel the strength that now flows into your arms, and the clarity that fills your eyes. Spiritual combat demands vigilance, but above all, it demands absolute trust in the one who sent me. I, Michael, am here to ensure that no weapon forged against you prospers. I stand in the breach between you and danger, repelling the armies of pride and arrogance that attempt to invade your sacred territory. Victory is not a possibility. It is a certainty decreed by the Creator and executed by my hands. Breathe deeply the atmosphere of freedom that I conquer for you at this very moment. The chains that bound you to fear are being shattered by the pressure of my presence. You are a warrior under my tutelage, and I train you so that your faith may be as sharp as my sword. The enemy retreats, the darkness dissipates, and the dawn of your spiritual liberation already appears on the horizon of your soul. For who is like God? No one is like God. I, Michael, now extend my hands over your roof and the foundations of your dwelling, pouring forth the balm of peace that surpasses all understanding. I enter every room of your house, traversing the corridors where silence is sometimes heavy and where arguments have left invisible marks on the walls. With the tip of my sword of light, I trace the sign of protection on each door and each window, sealing the entrances so that no energy of discord, no illness, and no spirit of confusion dare to cross the boundary of your home. This place is now consecrated territory, an embassy of the kingdom of heaven on earth, where my permanent guard stands watch day and night, never closing its eyes. I, Michael, summon your lineage and place under my mantle each of your loved ones, whether they are near you or physically distant. I see the bonds that unite you and cut the shackles of ancestral grievances, hereditary curses, and patterns of pain that have tried to repeat themselves from generation to generation. I command that harmony be restored between parents and children, between spouses and siblings. May my solemn presence dispel the shadow of misunderstanding, and may dialogue be bathed in divine charity. I cleanse the air you breathe within this home, removing the miasmas of sadness and the particles of anxiety that float where there should be rest. May the sleep of your loved ones be deep and restorative, guarded by my legions who stand at the four corners of your property, wielding shields of fire that reflect any malice back to its place of origin. At this moment, I consecrate your table so that bread may never be lacking and that the abundance of the Most High may overflow in your lives. May health be the constant inhabitant of this address, and may joy, that which is independent of the circumstances of the world, flourish in the heart of each member of your family. I, Michael, am now breaking down the invisible walls that isolated your house from prosperity and love. I expel the spirit of scarcity and the cloud of depression that tried to settle over your roof. You feel the atmosphere changing. The weight is being lifted. The light is penetrating the darkest corners, and the warmth of my protection is warming the environment. This home is now a refuge of holiness, an altar of gratitude where my voice resonates as an echo of security. Here, evil has no power. Here, the peace of God reigns. Here, I, Michael, am your eternal defender. I, Michael, now raise my sword of justice and truth, positioning myself as the executor of the divine will, shattering the chains of oppression that have tried to hinder your progress. You hear the sound of spiritual metal breaking. These are the shackles of stagnation, delay, and self-sabotage that I, with the power invested in me by the Almighty, crush beneath my feet. I see the blind knots that have been tied in your path by visible and invisible hands, the bonds of envy that, like spiderwebs, have tried to trap your projects and obscure the brilliance of your success. With a breath from my mouth and a movement of my flaming blade, I dissolve these webs and release the flow of your life so that it may run like a mighty river toward the ocean of your fulfillment. I, Michael, cast my fiery gaze upon every evil eye turned against you, upon every curse spoken in the dark, and upon every thought of destruction sent your way. I command that every negative charge, every dart of envy, and every poison of gossip be neutralized now. May this energy find no refuge in your body, your mind, or your soul, but be transmuted by my light and return to the universe as a lesson of righteousness. I break the obstacles that seemed insurmountable mountains before you. In my presence, the rocks of difficulty become dust, and the valleys of impediment are leveled so that your feet may walk on firm, flat ground. There is no spell, no bond, and no conspiracy that can withstand the command of the Prince of the Celestial Militia. I, Michael, am cleansing your professional and social field of all those who approach with ulterior motives, those who smile while hiding the dagger of betrayal. I remove the scales from your eyes so that you may discern the wolf beneath the sheep's clothing, and I give you my wisdom so that you may know when to advance and when to remain silent. I cut the threads of emotional dependence and the ties to the past that prevented you from embracing the new. Feel the lightness that invades your shoulders now. The weight you carried, which did not belong to you, has been removed by my hands. I declare that your paths are open. The doors that were locked by opposing forces are broken down by my authority, and the road to your destiny is free of ambushes. You are free to grow, free to prosper, and free to be all that the Creator planned from the beginning of time. I am Michael, the Liberator, and in my name and under the glory of God, all chains fall to the ground now. I, Michael, now extend my right hand over your chest to consolidate the foundation of your faith, transforming your doubt into an unshakable rock. Feel the warmth emanating from my palm, a fire that does not consume, but purifies every vestige of uncertainty that still tried to lodge itself in the cracks of your soul. I call upon you to lift your eyes beyond immediate circumstances and to see the eternal tapestry that the Creator is weaving through your life. Gratitude is the key I now place in your hands. Use it to unlock the treasures of the kingdom that already belong to you by right of divine inheritance. When you give thanks, you attune your vibration to the harmony of the celestial spheres. And I, Michael, can act with even greater freedom in your favor. For gratitude is the ground where miracles take deep and indestructible root. I, Michael, strengthen your spine with the steel of the Spirit, so that you may walk with the dignity of one who knows they are escorted by the Prince of Light. Do not allow the small stones of daily life to cause you to stumble into murmuring, for each challenge you have faced was a forge where I molded your metal. I now give you the gift of perseverance. When weariness knocks at your door, remember my strength that flows through your spiritual veins. I am the breath that renews your breath and the voice that whispers, "Keep going," when the world tells you to stop. Your faith is not a fleeting feeling, but a decision to align yourself with me and with the sovereign will. Feel the robustness that invades your being, a confidence that does not spring from arrogance, but from the absolute certainty that the army I command is positioned on every flank of your existence. At this moment of elevation, I invite you to celebrate the victories you do not yet see with your physical eyes, but which have already been decreed in the court of divine justice. I, Michael, rejoice in your steadfastness and your willingness to embrace the light. The gratitude that now springs from your heart is like a sweet incense rising to the throne, and I personally present it as proof of your faithfulness. May your prayer be a hymn of recognition, and may your life be a reflection of my constant protection. You are no longer the same person who began this journey with me. Your structure has been strengthened, your vision has been broadened, and your spirit has been sealed with the mark of victory. I am Michael, the sustainer of your hope, and I assure you that the light that now shines within you will never be extinguished, for it is nourished by the inexhaustible source of infinite love. Drink from this strength, anchor yourself in this peace, and let gratitude be your daily shield against all shadows. I, Michael, Prince of the heavenly hosts, now raise my flaming sword and trace in the air around you the final seal of divine protection. This is the seal that cannot be broken, the mark of light that identifies to the eyes of the entire universe that you are the exclusive property of the Most High, and that you are under my direct and perpetual guard. I seal your mind so that only thoughts of victory and peace may dwell within it. I seal your body so that it may be a temple of health and vigor, and I seal your soul so that it may remain anchored in unwavering hope. My presence now becomes a permanent vigil over your life. Even when you close your eyes for nightly rest, I will remain awake, wielding my fiery blade beside your bed, guarding your sleep and combating the terrors of the night before they reach your thoughts. I, Michael, do not withdraw from you, but I come to dwell within the contours of your routine. In every step you take, in every decision you make, feel the brush of my wings as a reminder that God's justice and protection are just a breath away. I am your tireless sentinel. If danger approaches from unseen paths, I will divert it. If a trap is set in silence, I will reveal it to your heart. My blessing descends upon you now like a rain of blue and silver light, penetrating every pore, restoring what was broken and strengthening what was fragile. Receive this anointing of authority and courage. You no longer walk according to the fear of the world, but according to the certainty of heaven. I, Michael, declare that this alliance of protection is eternal. Wherever you go, my light will go before you, opening roads and leveling mountains. Nothing can separate you from the love of the Creator, for I am here to ensure that your destiny is fulfilled in all its glory. Today's battle ends with your absolute victory, but my vigil never ceases. Go in peace, lift your head, and live with the boldness of those who know who walks beside them. I am Michael, the Archangel of the Lord, your defender yesterday, today, and forever. The seal is set. The sentence of protection is signed in eternity. Amen.